Welcome back to all the wonderful Aptera investors, my fellow Aptera reservation holders, and our Aptera curious friends. If you're planning on reserving an Aptera, please consider using my link below to save $30 on your reservation. In this video, I'm going to recap the 16th week of Aptera's Accelerator Program. My numbers are based on May 19th, 1:15 p.m. update. Nothing I say in this video should be considered investment advice. I am not an accountant or financial advisor. Please do your own research before investing, and investing, especially in a pre-production startup company, is very risky. For those who are not familiar with what the Aptera Accelerator Program is, Aptera is hoping to raise at least $20 million to help them reach the $50 million they claim will allow them to start large-scale production. To be part of the program, you must be one of the first 2,000 people to invest a minimum of $10,000. The program will be closed once the remaining 927 vehicle allocations are filled. As an accelerator, you will be among the first to receive your specially numbered vehicle and a few other perks. Aptera is still looking for a large-scale investment from an institutional investor or a significant grant to start the production, but their crowdfunding efforts have been very successful. They have raised over $16.5 million, with just over $1.3 million coming from Republic and just under $15.2 million from their Aptera Accelerator Program thus far. Week 16 continued to see a boost in investment from the update on production video released last week by Aptera. Aptera has now raised over $15.18 million and has reached 76% of their goal. Week 16 investors added another 2% of the total raised by the Accelerator Program at just under $343,000, which was the majority of the money added this week. The cumulative investment graph shows that although the early rapid growth has slowed, Aptera's Accelerator Program is still seeing steady progress towards their goal. The last 2 weeks have seen spikes in investment. Taking a closer look at how much money was invested each week, you will see that week 16 continues to be fairly strong, bringing in over $430,000. It would be good if Aptera can continue to raise at least $400,000 each week. This bar graph shows the cumulative amount raised each week. Week 16 was in line with the previous 5 weeks, but unlike week 15, most of the money was actually raised by new week 16 investors rather than spread out over various weeks. When we zoom in, it is easy to see how important week 16 was to the total increase for this week. Week 15 only added about $57,000 to their previous total. Weeks 2 and 4 actually lost some investments. So of the $430,000 raised, week 16 accounted for over $340,000, which means there was only about $30,000 added by older investors in other weeks. Looking at how much money has been invested each day shows a breakdown of the investments. Week 16 looks really random as to when the investments came in. Zooming in, you can see that most of the money raised was on Friday, May 12th. That continued the spike we saw at the end of week 15. Then the investments go up and down randomly. I don't think we can link the investments to any particular event. It is probably people reacting to the video Aptera put out about getting the production dies cut. The Accelerator Program grew by 35 investors in week 16. This continues to be in line with the program's growth since week 10. Most of those investors were added on May 12th. Looking at investors added per day also shows the same story as the investments added per day. Week 16 had spikes in activity that matches the increase in daily investments, as there was no large single investor added last week. But Aptera is still continuing to get at least one investor added per day. Week 16 was a return to form, with more new Aptera investors added to the program than prior investors. There were 24 new investors added versus only 9 prior investors. With almost 3 times as many new investors added, new investors now make up 40% of the total investors. The surge of new investors this week did shift the percentage raised by new investors up from 41 to 42%. This erases the gain made by prior investors last week. At this time, prior investors have added $8.81 million compared to the $6.39 million added by new investors. I still think that the new investors might raise more than 50% of the total by the end of the program. The week 16 average invested per person has been in line with the last 10 weeks or so. The average seems to be holding at just over $11,500 per week. For the 4th week in a row, we have see no change into the top 15 investors or changes to the top 15 accelerator vehicle spots. I don't foresee much change to happen in these groups until the program nears its end. Thanks again for watching. Please subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell, like and share to help our channel grow. And below you'll find links to our website, Evolv-Electric.org, our Twitter and Instagram